Throughout the West Norwegian fjords, there's a whole series of absolutely epic waterfalls, many of which you'll just stumble across on the side of the road. So in this video, we're going to count down 7 of the most epic waterfalls that we discovered in Norway. The first is Waterfall Walk. This is a river that snakes its way down through the town of Geiranger towards the fjord below. The sheer amount of water that comes down this waterfall is amazing. It loses points because there's a walkway that goes all the way along the side of the waterfall, which is great for accessibility, but not so much for the spectacle of the waterfall. It's also not as steep as some of the others on our list, but it's still an amazing sight and definitely worth a visit. At number 6, we're staying at the town of Geiranger and heading out onto the fjord. Here, there are twin waterfalls, both over 200 meters high, that are almost directly opposite each other on the fjord. On the right-hand side is the Seven Sisters waterfall. Here you can see multiple streams of water making its way down the cliff face. Then opposite that is the amazing Ljosurdfossen. You can only access these 2 waterfalls by boat. There are tours that will take you out onto the water, but we decided to do it by kayak. This is highly recommended because it gives you so much more time to really soak up your surroundings.
Certainly not the biggest, but one of the strongest. The power of that water coming out is unbelievable.
At number 5, we have Steinsdalsfossen. As you can see, this is much smaller at just 46 meters tall. But what makes this such an epic waterfall? I think there are 2 contrasting factors that make this such a great place to visit. The first is that from a distance, it looks absolutely picturesque. It's a beautiful sight. But when you get up close, the roar from the sheer volume of water coming over that ledge, it's loud, it's powerful, and there is a walkway that takes you right underneath that stream of water through to a viewing platform on the other side, right next to the waterfall. At number 4, we have the twin waterfall of Latefossen. This pair of 165 meter tall waterfalls come down in a V shape and converge at the base just meters away from a road bridge. It's an incredible moment when you first see these falls because they're completely blocked by the surrounding hills while you're driving along the roadway, and then all of a sudden, there they are. As you can imagine, the traffic comes to a crawl through this spot, so if you are driving, just be extra careful. At number 3, we have the Tvindefossen waterfall. This is high on the list due to its majestic appearance and multiple streams of water coming down the face of the rock. It's only 110 meters tall, so it's not the biggest on our list by a long way, but in terms of appearance and shape, it's almost the perfect waterfall. In second place, we have the twin waterfalls at the instantly recognizable Trollstigen. Now this was an incredibly tough decision because I think that Trollstigen is the most epic place in all of Norway and one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. But this list is all about epic waterfalls. And while both waterfalls are tall and they have an amazing backdrop, but in terms of wow factor from the waterfalls themselves, they're playing a secondary role compared to this incredible backdrop. But you also have the added novelty of when you go down the winding road that takes you down into the valley, you get very close to some of the streams of water coming down the waterfalls. And when you finally make it to the bottom, you can turn around and look straight back up to appreciate them from a completely different angle. And finally, our choice for the most epic waterfall in Norway is Langfossen. This 612 meter waterfall is so big that ridge you can see at the top of the shot here is only about halfway up. If you want to see the whole waterfall, you need to stand way back or you need to hike to the top of the mountain. When you are standing up close to the base of the waterfall, it is powerful and violent, and it makes you feel incredibly small. But when you stand back, it has a similar shape and beauty to the number 3 waterfall on our list, Tvindefossen. The difference is that it's about 6 times larger, and that is what makes it the most epic waterfall in Norway. Now the big caveat to all of this is that we haven't seen every single waterfall in Norway. So if there's something that you think should be on the list, let us know in the comments and hopefully one day we can go back and check it out. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're interested in what else we got up to in our time in Norway, then check out some of our other videos too.